Have you ever wanted to take a college class about Taylor Swift? Me neither. But apparently some people do. And so we're going to talk about that here today on Speechless. Cut for time. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Speechless Cut for Time. I'm your host, Phares, 22-year-old conservative college student out of Central Illinois, host of Speechless on Cities 92.9 The News and Talk of Bloomington Normal. But I can't necessarily fit everything I want to into my 2-hour radio show on Sundays, which also streams here on YouTube. So that's why I make these Cut for Time videos for you guys right here that you're watching. And to make sure you don't miss a minute of them, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think, and share it with your friends. Please do. And especially subscribe, trying to grow. And I got a lot of things to say. And so we're going to talk about this one today. This is one of the things I got to say. Out of Fox News, a Taylor Swift course at Harvard will use music to explore race, class, and white Americans. Seriously. And before I get into all of that, I do want to be clear. I've been honest about my feelings on Taylor Swift in the past. Look, she's got some okay music that I'll listen to from time to time, especially some of her older things. But I'm not the biggest fan.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm going to let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
And so, because I'm not the biggest fan, I also made another video called Taylor Swift, Why Taylor Swift Terrifies Me, Why She Should Terrify You Too. You guys should go watch that one. I'm going to link it up there. But I'm really not her biggest, I'm not her biggest fan by any means. And especially because she's been an ardent pusher of Democrat policies, progressive leftism, all that kind of stuff, and very much against Republicans like Senator Marsha Blackburn out of Tennessee, who has done actually some amazing work. Taylor Swift has unequivocally said that she wants people to vote against Marsha Blackburn in at least one election, multiple elections. She's advocated against Republicans and for Democrats. Not a big fan of her personally. And she also takes her political grandstanding to the stage, oftentimes talking about LGBTQ issues, things like that. And I'm just not a big fan. But out of Fox News, Taylor Swift's reputation for lyrical greatness will soon be studied in the hallowed halls of the Ivy League. The English department at Harvard University plans to debut a course next semester dedicated to the global superstar's celebrated songcraft, according to the Harvard Crimson. Taylor Swift and Her World is the name of the class. Well, that will be taught by English professor Stephanie Burt, who is, quote, a Swift mastermind and is also described as a, quote, die-hard Swiftie. Look, we're going to pause there real quick because that's one of the things that really pisses me off about our college landscape nowadays. Makes me incredibly angry.
You need to calm down. You're being too loud.
Okay, maybe I need to calm down. But the thing is that when you have a college professor who is going to teach a class on a specific subject matter in which there will be multiple opinions, which is pretty much every college class out there. There will be multiple opinions on pretty much anything you do. And before the class even starts, the entire class, and in fact, anybody who's even interested in taking the class already knows which side you're on and you are heavily partisan on it. That's a problem. This is an example of that. This professor that will be teaching this class about Taylor Swift is already described as a die-hard Swiftie. So she's part of the cult. Swifties are a cult. That's my personal opinion. Being a Swiftie is a cult. And this professor is part of it. How am I going to expect that no matter what the content matter is about specifically with Taylor Swift, that you will be efficient and effective in your job to critically analyze whatever it is about Taylor Swift that you're analyzing? How can I expect that when you are already described as one of the cult members? How? I can't. It's just like if you're a far left progressive Democrat and you're very, very open about it and you're going to teach a class on Republicanism, how can I expect you're going to be effective in your job to critically think on it? Doesn't mean you can't be, but I'm going to go in with the presumption that you're not, and you'd have to prove me wrong. That's the way I see it. Anyways, let's keep going here. We are lucky enough to be living in a time when one of our major artists is also one of the most famous people on the planet, the professor told the Crimson. Why would you not have a course on that? Well, I can answer that one. Why would you not have a course on that? Maybe because a 4-credit hour course on average at Harvard University costs upward of $2,000. Upwards of $2,000 per course. Look, maybe there are definitely things to learn from Taylor Swift. No doubt. But the things that it sounds like they're going to be learning, I don't think actually will. I'm struggle to wonder what job they will prepare you for. So let's get into that. The syllabus states that students will learn, quote, how to think about white texts, Southern texts, transatlantic texts, and queer subtexts. The Harvard Crimson said, I think it's time to teach some lessons. That's actually a quote from one of a Taylor Swift song called Bejeweled. But students at Harvard will not just analyze the music of NFL star Travis Kelce's better half, however. Reading requirements span from Willa Carter's portrait of the female artists in The Song of the Lark and James Weldon Johnson's The Autobiography of an Ex-Colored Man, a novel dissecting issues of race and class in the post-Reconstruction South. So here's what's going to happen. They are introducing a Taylor Swift course to get a bunch of people that, while they're at Harvard, I don't necessarily assume that they're intelligent, especially since we've seen what's come out of Harvard, especially recently. But they're going to get all these people, and it's like, oh my God, I'm taking the Taylor Swift class. I'm taking the Taylor Swift class. And they're going to shove down their throat, essentially, anti-white, critical race theory crap that indoctrinates them just as much as any college will. But this is not the only college that has offered classes regarding music icons, but even not Taylor Swift herself is mentioned in another one. At Arizona State University, she's the subject of a psychology course. That makes more sense to me. I'll be honest. The course is basically using Taylor Swift as a semester-long example of different phenomena: gossip, relationships, revenge, instructor Alexandra Wormley told ASU News. Burt, the Harvard English professor, said that Swift's writing offers a depth beyond that of a typical pop star. Sounds like a cult member to me. Taylor Swift is someone who establishes complicated and changing relationships to the idea of white Americanness. She traces her Swiftie conversion to the 2009 hit You Belong With Me from the performer's second album. Look, here's what it is. Here's what's happening. Here's what they're doing. Is once again, they are enticing the younger generation with the cool, hip new thing to get them to take a class in which they will push their agenda onto them. Look, the psychology one actually kind of makes sense. I feel like there could be something to learn with that one. But this one at Harvard, again, Harvard University, the upper echelon of education, as we're told. What they're doing there is they're taking Taylor Swift, using her as a marketing strategy to shove woke crap down people's throats. That's essentially what I believe they're doing. That's my thought. I don't know. What do you guys think? Interesting story. Just had to cover it because I'm taking on the Swifties. Maybe it's only me, but I can't stand Taylor Swift. And I think she's overall, when it comes to the political posturing that she does, it's a net negative. It's a net negative. Decent, okay music. Some okay songs worth listening to. But she just pushes too much woke crap. Shut up and sing, which I know is an oxymoron, kind of. But like, do your art. Doesn't need to all be political posturing. Go check out my other video too, by the way. Why Taylor Swift terrifies me, why she should terrify you. Live now. Been live for a while. Still relevant, even to this. So everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think, and share it with your friends. Until next time, you've been watching Speechless Cover Time.